All right, Kamala Harris in the Tar Heel state today. Democrats, it's a sign that they believe they can make North Carolina a battleground state. Look, it was close in 2020. I don't need to remind you of that. Trump carried North Carolina by just over a point. Interestingly, if you went back to 2016, you can see what happened. Trump had won the state by more than 3 points, 3.5 points in 2016. That was a margin of about 175,000 votes. That margin was cut more than in half in 2020. So it headed away from Trump toward the Democrats, but not enough in 2020 to actually flip the state. So Democrats believe there is growth potential for them, opportunity in North Carolina. What would that mean if Democrats could put this state in play in terms of the electoral college battle? So let's take a look at that. Go to our Road for 270 map. And these are the states as they went in 2020. If they all stayed the same, that's what the result would end up looking like this year. But the Trump folks look at it this way. They think they have a pretty clear path that involves, they like the polling that they've got in Georgia, a state Biden won. They like the polling Trump's folks do in Arizona, a state that Biden narrowly won, and in Nevada, a state that Biden won. So that, just getting those three states would bring Trump to the cusp of victory, and then it would come logically to Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Talk about them all the time. Trump won all three in 2016. They went Democratic in 2020. But under this scenario, if Trump could win, let's say Michigan, just sake of argument here, that would be it. Those three states plus one of those Rust Belt states, and Trump is over the hump. Or is he? That's where North Carolina comes into play, and the Democrats thinking they can make a play for North Carolina, because in a scenario like this, where Trump gets those three states, picks off a Rust Belt state, if Democrats actually succeeded in flipping North Carolina, look at that. It would allow them to lose one of those Rust Belt states and still win the presidential election. Now, there are a lot of Republicans who will look at this and say this is a pipe dream for Democrats. They'll say, 2024 is a much worse climate for Democrats than 2020. 2020 is the best Democrats can do there. But this is one, the reason Democrats are sending Harris there, the reason they are spending some money here is because exactly this. They want some kind of a fallback option if they do lose one of these Rust Belt states. Carolina, they think, is their best, only maybe shot of getting an extra state into play.